Attention bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn. So please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen! Hello, Yodelers! We are the Matterhorn Yodelers. I am your host today, Peter, with my co-hosts,
Jacob
and
Jackie.
And we happen to have another special guest with us, a reoccurring guest.
Well, reoccurring. He's not special.
He's not special anymore. He just shows up.
That's not what they told me at Disneyland.
Mark. Yeah.
Mark, Jackie's husband.
Jackie's man, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I should go to the bathroom right now. It's getting me sick.
Seriously, like, oh boy, we're going to interrupt this again.
Take 50.
Yeah. All right. So today we're gonna have a discussion today because Jackie and Mark recently got to experience a special little treat over at Disney's California Adventure called A Touch of Disney. Why don't you guys tell us, what is A Touch of Disney?
So, the Touch of Disney is an event that Disneyland put together. This was before the announcement of the city giving permission to the parks in California
To reopen.
Which was an interesting timing with this Touch of Disney event. So the Touch of Disney event was where Disney was going to open up California Adventure, where you can shop all around the park and eat food. And they had some food booths from the food event from California Adventure that closed a year ago.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they brought some famous food items from Disneyland to California Adventure. So you can
get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Right. I really liked what they put on their website. It goes, rediscovering the magic of Disneyland Resorts through the sights, sounds, and flavors you've been craving. You're like, oh wow, I'm excited. Was it that, Jackie? Was there a rediscovery?
Rediscovery. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Overhyped.
I rediscovered my love for Dole Whip. That was a nice memory to relive.
But
anyway, we can continue on that.
We'll probably get
later.
into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Here. So you heard that this event was happening, and you guys wanted to jump in and do this. Why were you drawn to this event?
We went opening weekend, and it happened to be we had already scheduled time off from work.
Right.
What a coincidence.
That week.
Wow, that works out really well.
It worked out really well, yeah.
And so when we announced the event, I call Mark and I go, should we try to get tickets for this event? Because we weren't going to do anything. We're just going to have a weekend off.
Yeah, and I was like, yes.
And the ticket price, it was $75 per person.
Yeah.
This included a $25 gift card food voucher.
The dining card?
The dining card, and it included parking.
Yeah.
Included parking. That's
Yeah.
nice.
It included parking at Mickey and Friends, but there was no tram, so you had to walk. We didn't partake in the parking because we had a hotel over on Harbor,
so that's just
right
where we
across
parked.
the street.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, it was right
Yeah.
across the street. The hotels also had, way lower prices, under $100 per person. And so it was
It was just easy.
It was just, right across the street from the parks, and, just a little walk, and, we're at Disneyland. Well,
sounds way better
the
than going
parks.
to the parking nightmare there.
I hate that parking structure.
It's not
Ever
bad.
since we started using the Toy Story parking lot, I go, that was the parking lot.
I think I went once, maybe 8 years ago, and I was like, no,
Well, I think when we
never
went
again.
last time, when we did the Gumball Rally,
Oh, yeah.
we did I did that once for one of the days, and I go, nope, not going using this parking structure ever again.
That's true.
It's just a nightmare getting out of because they have like 50 lanes going into 2.
Yeah,
And
this
so
was
like everyone's merging at the end of the night.
the Mickey and Friends parking lot, which they had expanded.
Now they have, yes.
Yeah, but Toy Story is definitely a preferred parking, but that's currently a spot for COVID vaccinations.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you guys said, let's get tickets. How was the process of getting the tickets? Because from what I heard from other vloggers and bloggers is that it was kind of crazy.
It was stressful because Disney didn't announce. They said tickets will go available. I forgot what date. March.
Oh, it was like...
It was like March 4th.
Yeah, March 4th.
Yeah.
March 4th.
It was like March 4th. It was a Thursday.
It was, yeah.
And they didn't announce when they were going to give tickets. Like, when they were going to open it up.
Like a specific time.
They didn't give a time.
The 4th.
They just said a 4th.
Not Zulu time, not California Pacific time.
And I figure, they'll probably announce it like a couple days before, whatnot. Nothing. No one had a clue. I mean, I checked all social medias, YouTube, all of that, so you didn't know, was it going to be Eastern time, Central time, midnight, Pacific time?
Yeah.
Nothing. You had no idea. And so, Wednesday night, we're like, okay, we don't know when tickets are going to go on sale. We know tickets are going to go quick.
Yeah.
Because, especially for opening weekend.
Which they did.
Right.
They sold out of all of their events to the point where they added more days to their event.
Right.
Because it sold out so quickly.
That's amazing.
Like, all of it sold out on that day.
On that
too.
day, yeah.
So,
It was stressful, and so for us, we kind of guessed, well, what would Disney do? How would they? When was the most possible times they would release it? Right. So we both took shifts of like
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night to check it. We made sure our app was updated. The Disneyland app was updated.
Right.
Our card information was updated. We were following Twitter.
Even that was stressful because we would update it and then we would check it and then our card information wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
and
the systems were having
they have to like
issues,
compress the data in their databases.
Like this website was so slow. It wouldn't reload. We'd get error pages.
Disney having problem with technology? No, that never happens.
I would hear there's more complications the day of.
Yeah.
And plus, we're constantly refreshing like the Touch of Disney webpage to see when they're gonna release the button to click to get in line to buy tickets and everything.
Yeah, so basically we took shifts throughout the night. So we were like, okay, 12 o'clock California time we'll see, and then 1 o'clock. And then we're like, okay, well, then we'll do another shift probably like sometime early in the morning, like either 4 or 5 in the morning. We did that. The tickets hadn't been released yet.
So who had the 1313 shift?
And then, what time did the tickets get released?
So, like, we checked again before you went to work. Like, it was at 8 o'clock. I worked from home, and so I had my personal laptop open to the site, ready to go as I was working. And then I don't think I saw the link to get into the queue until like about 9:30, 9 o'clock here Arizona time.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Which
and
is
so
an hour difference.
I clicked on it immediately, and I got in the queue to be in the line, or the line to be in the queue, or whatever.
Yeah, it was the line to be in the queue.
And it's just because it hadn't gone on sale yet, and then I think it wasn't until, like, it was 10:30, no wait, what time was it? I don't remember, but I have it open, it's ready to go, I get in line, it's there for like half an hour, and then it stops and says, we're out of tickets.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? And so I'm just like, maybe I'll just wait, maybe there'll be cancellations, maybe I can get in. And then like they popped up with the messages saying, oh, we still have tickets, we're going to increase the number of tickets that come in, and you know, they just kept on saying like the send message saying, hold on, stay on queue. And I'm pretty sure they were having like technical difficulties with
Because
everything.
when they sent out that notice, it was still early on when they released the ticket. So you're like, there's no way.
There's no way that you could get sell out of all the tickets for all the days.
All the dates.
And like even before the queue opened up again, they sent out messages like, okay, due to popular interest in this event, we're extending it a couple weeks. And eventually, so Jackie called me during her lunch break. It was already like noon. I was on my lunch break, and I'm just sitting there watching it. And we're just counting down, because eventually it gets back up and going. I'm in line, and it says less than an hour, 50 minutes, 45 minutes, and we're just counting down. And then, like, we get in.
And you only have 10 minutes to purchase.
You have 10 minutes to
ticket.
purchase it. I'm just doing all this clicking. I'm stressing out. Okay, which day? Oh, they still have openings for the opening weekend.
All the days were
all the days were open
when we went in. All the days were open, so we were relieved because we only had time off to go opening weekend.
Right, and so we got the tickets, and
it was a big relief.
Like actually, we had some issues like paying for it too because like zip codes and stuff. I don't know. That was added to the stress of the situation. But when they finally went through and I got the tickets, I literally jumped out of my chair, jumping for joy. Because it's just like
Disney really put on the stress and the build-up of it.
Yeah.
Which makes me concerned of like how they're going to sell tickets in the future.
Oh, yeah, do a D23 convention where they had 2 people letting in everybody into the convention. So this isn't surprising that they have issues logistically getting their product to their fans.
So just imagine how crazy it's going to be when they announce when they're going to release tickets for the locals of Disneyland when they reopen Disneyland.
Oh yeah,
because this event was more for locals. A lot more locals were going to go to this event than people out of town.
How many people who live in a different state are going to travel to Disneyland just for a food event?
I'm raising my hand right now. Well, I mean, it was more than just a food event. It was just a chance to experience a little bit of the Disney magic.
A touch of Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. It works. So, you got your tickets. You traveled to California. You got your hotel. You're walking in. What was the emotions? What were you feeling?
We were very relaxed and chill because
Did it feel good to be on the premise?
Oh yeah, it felt great to be back on property, and it was weird because it's weird to see Disneyland so empty on one side and California and a line to California Adventure.
There was a line to California Adventure? Who would have thought?
And there were so many people just like touching the gates of Disneyland and wanting to...
I can see a lot of those like Instagram photos like,
don't they have it like roped off where you can't even get to the gates?
No.
They allowed people to go right up to the gates.
Oh, really?
Take pictures.
There was a cast member, there was an opening, and the cast member would allow a couple people
They had a line to it. So it was a photo op area.
Up to the gate.
And so, like, we even at night, the night before, we actually went to the event, we went to downtown Disney. I took some pictures in that courtyard area. It was just so empty and lights, but also just seeing, they had, I forget the name of it, but the railroad station? Yeah, it's the railroad station. And they had it all lit up and everything. And it was just like, oh... I missed it. It's just right there, and I can't go into Disneyland.
Yeah, there's a weird feeling of, you're on Disney property, but you can't go into Disneyland.
And there's no possible way of getting in.
There's nothing.
It's not because, I don't want to buy a ticket. It's because, you can't get in. So that's gotta be
Well, it was interesting, because at that time, when they were announcing this event, there was a lot of speculation that because they were closing the DCA, because they opened DCA up for downtown Disney traffic, that they were going to do the same thing for Main Street. And then as soon as they announced this, they announced that Disneyland can reopen at the beginning of April, and I think that pretty much just nope, we're not doing that.
We need to get things back in order.
Yes.
So,
but I mean, the lines to get in, everybody was spaced out. like 6 feet apart, and
Yeah.
so that was probably the longest line was just getting into the park.
Which wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Because they let people. So the event was from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And.
Oh, so you got to sleep in.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
Yeah.
that was another
Well,
great
they-
part about the trip. Like,
sleeping in,
Yeah.
relaxing in
Rope
the
drop
morning.
was at noon. That's great.
yeah,
Um,
I read that on the website. I was like, boy, that'd be really nice.
yeah.
Well,
We woke up, we slept in, woke up, just took our time getting ready, and we actually walked over before,
Yeah.
like 11.
yeah, we walked over there around 11 because we were gonna get something at the
Downtown
Disney,
Disney, yeah.
store, and
But the
the
line
line
was
was already
huge there.
huge. They
Yeah.
had to open up the gates. They opened up the gates to let people in at 11:30.
Yeah.
And so we just popped in line, got in there. They gave us our tickets, our dining card,
Yeah.
voucher, and then they had a ton of Touch of Disney maps.
Yeah. And just like, I don't know, it was a strange feeling because it's just like, okay, we're not here for any rides.
Yeah, there was no pressure of like, which fast pass do I have to get first, and which attraction do I go before that line is
No
super
Russian
long.
raid erasers.
Exactly.
Right. And plus, it's also limited capacity, so the park is a lot more empty
Oh yes.
than what you're normally used to. And it's just like, it's also kind of cool too because there were places to sit. Like throughout the entire time there. No, you may have to do some searching, but there's always a spot where you could find to sit down.
That was the really nice thing was they spread out like tables and chairs throughout the entire park, to where you could easily just sit down and relax. And as long as you were sitting down, you were able to take off your mask. Generally, they recommend keeping your mask on unless you're not eating or drinking, but.
Yeah.
We would sit down a lot and just like have a drink of water and take off our mask and just relax, and it was nice.
Okay. So you've entered the park, right? What's the first thing that both of you had said, this is where we're going first? Where did you go?
We went to the first store on the left, right? The Disney store.
Oh yeah, we went.
You went shopping.
We went
We went
shopping.
shopping. Well, we didn't buy
is it a
anything.
licensed
We just
company?
wanted to,
Yeah.
looked at
We
stuff.
wanted to get a face mask.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah,
you
we
get
got
a Disney
we got
face
the first
mask?
thing we got was the Disney face mask.
We wanted to get some Disney face masks that matched our outfits a little bit better.
I just had like an R2D2 one, but I was wearing like a Mickey Mouse comic shirt, and so I found like a Marvel comic one to put on with it, with my Goofy hat and everything. So
Yeah, Mark was the only one with like a goofy hat.
true.
Everyone at the event was very stylish looking.
only for their YouTube channels.
Yes.
I have a feeling.
oh, so many vloggers, so many people just carrying a phone, talking
Cameras,
and stuff.
yes.
Man, those people that have these social medias and just talking about Disney, those are weird people.
Please subscribe.
Please like and subscribe and comment. But yeah, that was
So yeah,
that's the first thing.
we went into the main shop, which I'm glad we did because a lot of people are running towards like food items first,
Yeah.
and we were like, let's go to the main shop.
People
and,
rushing for those churros, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants those Disneyland churros.
Well, I mean, we got some churros.
The thing was like there was no rush. No
There
one
was
was
no
rushed.
That's what I really liked about it.
Well,
It was
I
a
mean-
very easygoing trip to the park. Because normally you're like, okay, I would ride this ride. We're gonna get our fast passes.
And food and merchandise is always like, I
Yeah.
guess I'm here.
I'll do that while I'm in the
I'll
area.
grab a churro as I'm going towards another location.
Yes.
Yeah. But like, but the first food item we got was we went and got
There was one food item that it was a must. I wanted to eat.
What was it?
The Monte Cristo.
That was a popular one that I wanted to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
So
a lot
that
of people
was
were commenting
in-
on.
The restaurant next to Soren.
yeah.
Oh, the smoke
smoky
jumpers.
jumpers.
The
Yeah.
smoke
Smoke
jumpers.
right.
That's where
we
it
got
was.
we got the Monte Cristos and we also got the what was it? It was mac and cheese.
mac and
brisket
cheese,
mac and
Brisket
brisket.
mac and cheese, yeah. But the Monte Cristo was definitely better.
Yeah, so we got, and through the event, the best way to order food was mobile order.
Yeah.
And
How did that work for you? I heard a lot of complaints that it was taking a while for people.
sometimes it would be great, and sometimes it took a while. And I think
Yeah.
it was more for technical issues.
Right.
What? Disney and technology having issues? Never.
There was one annoying thing that I did not like was they provided you these dining cards, which were like gift cards, right, that you can use on food. But if you were to mobile order, you had to input the card number every time.
So it didn't bank it for
It
you.
didn't
Wow.
store it for you. And that was also the same for if you use, like, if you're a Disney Chase card holder and you have a Disney Rewards, you had to input that number every single time. So that was really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But luckily you were able to just, like, sit at a table, do it, and then...
Right. Well, that's kind of what we did, is we would order something and we'd eat, and then we would kind of figure out, okay, where do we want to eat next? We look at the available, like, restaurants, because they would have, like, time slots you would sign up for when you want to pick up your order. And so we would kind of plan out our day like that.
And so it was really easy to just schedule out food in advance, and then you could always modify the times.
Right. Yeah, that was another thing that I did like about the app, is that if you were going to get there in time, you could just be like, okay, change the time, we're going to pick it up to like half hour later. Because we did end up in a situation where we're in line to get our pictures taken on the Pixar Pier Bridge, and it's like, oh wait, this is going to take longer than, 15 minutes, and we're supposed to pick up our order here in a little bit, so we just pushed it back half hour.
Deleted. So that was nice.
Yeah.
So I think that's a nice pointer for when the parks do open and you're doing mobile orders. You can just schedule out the food times and modify it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the park, you're enjoying the food. What's the ambiance like? Is the music the same as it would be for California Adventure, or did they have specialty music?
So this was one of the things they advertised on the Touch of Disney was
Sound, right?
Yes.
We've done
sound.
sight. We're now on to sound.
was the music. They were gonna have a special playlist play throughout the park, and a lot of the music was like pop Disney music, like Ariana Grande singing like
Zero to Hero.
Zero to Hero. And then they had this announcer guy come in
It's like
between.
DJ,
Like
like
an
Disney radio.
old-timey-
It was an old timey.
Hey, you folks.
Right, yeah.
Exactly like that.
Why don't you enjoy some bagel barbecue? And it had like ads for like the different things. It got annoying. And it also,
Because it happened like after every song.
every single song. And plus, not only that, they played the same like 20 songs throughout the entire day. And it's just like...
That's what they did during the Halloween parties. Each land, they only played 5 songs. And so if you
It
work in
got-
the land for a 5-hour shift,
Right.
you listen to the same
It
5
was
songs.
a very similar thing. I mean, we listened to Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow probably like 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, did we die? Did we die? The park's closed, and we can't ride rides, and we're forced to listen to this music over and over.
We're Disney purgatory.
So it was annoying because there was like a feature Disney was advertising it, but it was not well
It
done.
didn't meet the
It didn't enhance
expectations.
the
Yeah.
experience.
And
Bummer.
they also played like the soaring music a lot.
Yes.
Oh, and what other one? Yeah, Zero to Hero. That one got annoying. It's 'cause it's like all the
There
time.
was one thing
To the
I
point you
did.
start tweeting Ariana Grande. It's like, they're killing your song right now. Please stop. Tell them to stop right now.
They did have. There was. They did have Disney music in different language.
Oh yeah,
Which
did
I
enjoy that.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, like everybody wants to be a cat in French,
Supercalifragilistic.
in Spanish.
Yeah.
That was
do that
fun.
in British.
So I did enjoy that. Another thing, this is off topic from like music, but they did have a lot of like Raya merchandise. They were really pushing that.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't know why I just thought of it. Yeah, that happened. There was a lot of riot. And this is before we watched the movie, too, so it's just like...
Okay, so it sounded like there were a lot of photo ops and things like that.
Yeah.
What were some of the photo ops that you thought were like cool or different?
Memorable.
What was a memorable photo op that they had?
It was nice because all the cast members at the Touch of Disney event obviously wanted to be there and were
Right.
excited to be back in the park working, especially the photographers, and so they all like took your time with you.
Yeah.
They weren't doing the shoot and scoot.
Exactly. And so I would say Cars Land was probably like the best shots.
Because not only did they get like the mountain range in the back, but the photographer also had us lean against the Route 66 side, do poses and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, and they would do like the special shots, and they just like would have different poses. One of them was like, he's like, "Oh, do you have a Touch of Disney map?" And we held it out straight forward, and they like took a picture of it with it. And it was
fun.
They just took extra time with you, and all the photos were free, which.
They were included.
They were
They were,
included,
yeah,
yeah.
they were included, which, you know, I guess a lot of people didn't realize it because there was, like, multiple people that were like, how much are the photos? And I was like, oh, they're included.
Do your homework.
And this is like, it's sad too because that was like
That
more
was
than
at the
halfway
end.
through.
Yeah, it was, like, towards the end of the
It's
night.
just like, yeah, you could have gotten all these photos for free.
Yeah.
Another picture they took that I really liked because they actually had one of the trolleys out, the big red trolley. And so we took pictures in front of that, and I got to be goofy, all looking at you and everything. So that one was really fun. They had one like at the backdrop on one of Vista Street, and also, like I mentioned before, the bridge to Pixar Pier. So it's a lot of cool places.
Yeah.
So they also
They
had
characters.
They had characters there, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Obviously, you can go up to the
Far in the
characters.
distance.
They were very far.
Some of the pictures I saw, like, they're grainy. Like, people had to really zoom in and be like,
Oh,
there's a character
yeah.
right there.
That was the thing. The characters were very far, and I think our timing with the characters were off. Like, they were usually about to leave and go on break. Like, we saw Chip and Dale going as they're leaving on
They were,
break.
like, in a wooded area.
They
in
were
the
in front
picture.
of, like, the California Adventure Hotel.
Okay. I could see it right around the Grizzly Park run.
And they
area.
had, like, an acorn nut they were holding and stuff. And they had, like, fun props. And so we saw them, and we saw Goofy and Max
They were fishing.
Yeah, his little boxer shorts.
Yeah.
That was a great one. And then Mickey.
That was the one that I saw that I was like, that's a cool costume.
Yeah, Mickey was in his, like, Silly Symphony
Bandstand.
Oh,
Band.
wow, that would be really
Like the
outfit.
one that's on top of the attraction.
Yeah,
like that.
we saw that a long time ago when we went to Mickey's house. We got a picture of him in that.
He was in
costume.
that outfit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I did have a special moment with Mickey. So, like, the Mickey, Pluto, and, like, Daisy was there, and Minnie were all there, and they were all on that, like, Silly Symphony. They, like, rotated out on that platform, which is kind of far away from everyone, but, like, you can see them in multiple spots. So I was on Pixar Pier, but, like, in front of the Ferris wheel where you would stand and watch World of Color.
Okay.
That area.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Mickey, and he was trying to get people's attention.
Look at me, I exist!
yeah, exactly. And so, like, I was like, well, let me wave. So I waved to him, and I was like, I think he waved back to me. And I was like, I think he waved back to me, but I'm not sure. So I, like, put my hands in a heart, and I, like, pushed it out to him.
He's like whacking it away.
No, and, like, he caught it and did the same thing, and we were just, like, shooting love to each other. It was cute.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was very cute. I really wish I recorded it.
You wish you were where Mickey was, wouldn't you?
Got a little jealous.
Hey, what are you doing?
It's like,
That's my wife!
That rat.
No, it was a really cute moment. It was just a little bit of that Disney magic.
So it was fun. The characters were there, but I wouldn't say it, like, made the event.
Sure.
So there weren't any other ones? I was thinking there
Not
was
really.
more
There was-
from what I saw.
Miguel
but-
was there supposedly. We caught him at the end.
yeah,
Like we
cool.
didn't catch him.
Sadness.
Sadness and Joy.
Oh,
We
yeah.
never saw. Oh no, we did.
We saw Joy.
We saw Joy coming out, and they were at their attraction.
Their
Yeah.
new one.
There was what's that? I haven't heard that. They have a new attraction.
Yes, it's where the old Maliboomer is.
Oh, so that's what I see.
That's what
on
that
the map.
is.
I'm like, where's like?
So it's the old Flix Flyer.
They got
ride.
like little emotional bulbs, and they're like little.
Yeah, it's the old Flix Flyer attraction that was in Bugs Land before.
It's really cool.
Okay.
So they just moved it.
Another
fun.
bonus was on Pixar Pier. The games on the
Oh,
pier
Yeah,
They had those
were
open.
free.
Yeah.
They were free.
They
They
were
were
free.
Wow.
No prizes.
But you still was.
But
you got to play the games.
So we
We
got
did
to
a
play.
few of them.
We did a couple of games.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I mean, again, it wasn't as fun because
You don't
there-
win
you don't win anything.
Yeah, it was just like once you won, the cast members like, okay,
You won! Way to go! Clap, clap, clap.
Bye.
Next.
And then you also, I felt bad for the cast members at those games because they had to clean it after every time, and it wasn't like multiple parties. It was one party at the game.
Yeah.
So it was just the two of us, and then he had to clean it, and there's a huge long line, and so
Ooh,
I just felt bad.
that's why I only did two. you know.
Yeah, we just did two.
Yeah.
Well, it was like after like the throwing game of like the baseballs. It was like Heimlich's
Oh, the
Yeah.
corn.
corn kind of hole type of thing, and she had to wash all the baseballs.
Yeah.
and it was just. It took a while. I just felt bad. So
Yeah.
Okay, so we've kind of tiptoed around it a little bit here. Let's talk about some of the. Let's talk. Do we want to talk positives or
Let's
negatives
food.
on food?
I want more food.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Positives or negatives?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
do we
yeah.
want to do? What do we want to do? Positive
I
or
want to
negative?
talk food.
I know
Okay.
food. Positives or negative?
Both.
Both.
Same time. Just
Same
go.
time. Just
Okay.
go. Okay, so tell us about the food you did.
So, we already mentioned the Monte Cristo.
that was great.
That was
Delicious. They give you like a half of a sandwich, which
great.
was
Half of a sandwich, halved.
half a sandwich, which was we shared everything because there's only so much your stomach can handle.
Right. We didn't want to be sick throughout the entire time. Our only chance
There's a
to be at
lot
the
of
park
food
for a
that
long
they
time.
presented out there.
Oh,
or
yeah.
had that as options.
So Monte Cristo was probably one of my favorites.
Mm,
We had the brisket mac and cheese.
Did you
right.
see the s'more shake?
We saw it.
We saw it.
Not
didn't
enticed
get it.
by it?
Not enticed. I felt that I would have had a tummy ache if I had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Impossible chili waffle fries didn't entice you?
No.
No.
I saw like a couple things impossible. I was like, boy,
There-
there get the
yeah.
impossible stuff
There
out
was,
there.
was
a
a
lot
lot
of
of that.
impossible
Because
stuff.
there's a possible mac and cheese burger thing or something like that.
Yeah.
That is like, I don't want impossible. I want the real thing.
It was
It didn't look very appealing when I saw the pictures. Like, oh gosh, like it
Yeah.
presented a little
well,
bit.
and like when we had the brisket mac and cheese, we were excited. We're like, "Oh, this is gonna be yummy." It was not that.
It was
great.
okay.
It was the typical Disneyland mac and cheese, which to
With a
me,
little bit
I'm not a
crispy on
huge fan of.
Mac and cheese, period, or Disneyland's mac and cheese?
Disneyland's mac and cheese.
Yeah.
It's just not that great. And then they had a little bit of like barbecue sauce brisket
Yeah.
on it.
Okay, so were there any other things that you guys purchased with your food?
Well, we got a lot of different things. A lot of like are you talking about like merchandise?
No,
or-
merchandise, like with what did you get? Like the pepperoni pizza roll?
Yes.
Those were
That was
really good.
That was a good high favorite. Was the pizza rolls?
Well, it was
Pizza egg
egg
rolls.
rolls. Pizza
Yeah.
egg rolls, and I was disappointed they only gave you two. I either wanted bigger ones
They're
or
like
more.
$7 for like.
$7 for two, and they're tiny.
Yeah,
they're
and
small.
but they had like marinara sauce and pesto sauce, and that was another like really big highlight because those were really good.
Yeah, I almost wish they would have those at the park on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was very good. And honestly, they have pizza egg rolls at Disney World.
I know they have
On
the cheese.
season-
They have the cheeseburger.
And now they have
Ugh.
pizza egg rolls.
I hear they're all really good.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing. That those are really
But
good.
they're very seasonal. They only sell them on like busy days at Disney World, and
Well, and this time we had to actually wait for them because they ran out of the sauce, and we had to wait for somebody to bring more sauce and everything. That's why we were in that line for a long time.
yeah, we had mobile ordered it.
That was a long line.
And it was just a long line for them to be like, we probably waited like 10, 20 minutes for just our app to be like, your food's ready.
Yeah.
I mean, we went ahead and waited in line.
Yeah. To be fair, 10 to 20 minutes at Disneyland Park isn't long at all.
No, but at the event...
For the event, it was a long line.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, we got the Dole Whips. We tried the lemon.
Oh, yes, they
pineapple
had
one,
the lemon pineapple swirl.
which was okay.
Yes.
I didn't care for it.
Okay.
People loved it.
I love the Dole Whip.
Didn't care for it. Also, the Dole Whip, because they have the Dole Whip at the Yellow Snow
Yes.
place, it tasted different.
The Dole Whip tasted different.
It wasn't the same thing.
The consistency wasn't the same.
It was still really good. It took care of my fix I needed for the Dole Whip.
Yeah, but it was
different.
It was different.
I felt like the custard
Maybe it was
was
just because we were in
thicker.
California Adventure. It just is a different atmosphere. It wasn't at the Tiki Room. But yeah, I mean, there were some other like sandwiches we had there too, but they didn't they didn't really stick out.
Is there something you wish you could have eaten there? Like, I saw one thing and I was like, oh, I wish I could get the lobster nachos.
Well, and that was another thing was you could have gotten reservations for the Lamplight or Carthay Circle. We voted not to get reservations because there was a ton of other food offerings. And so, like you said, there was like the lobster nachos, which was at the Lamplight, which you needed reservations for, which I'm pretty sure they were all sold out. But yeah. So we mainly stuck with the booths and some of the main like restaurants. We got like corn dog, classic Disney corn dog, which did not settle well with us. And then we also got the carrot cake funnel
Oh,
fries. Not good.
I mean, I'm glad that was like the last
It
one
was
we
the
had
last thing
because
we
it just
had.
like I did not feel good after having the corn dogs.
The good thing is you didn't have any rides to ride, too, so you didn't have
Yeah, I probably would have. But like right after that, we just did some shopping after that.
And then they had some juice that we had, some drinks.
Right.
The watermelon agua fresca?
Watermelon
Oh, yeah.
agua fresca. The first sip you take was not a very pleasant sip, but it grew on you.
Yeah, it was
It's like that thing
refreshing enough.
You drink, you're like, I don't know. Okay, I get it. Okay, I can tell. Yeah, there's a few drinks that I've had in the past that have been like that, where I'm all like, I do not like this, and then it grows on you. You're like, no, I do like this. So
It was a nice, like, refreshing drink. And then another drink that we had was with, it was like,
it's
an orange drink. You know, at Disney World, they have, like, jungle juice or the famous Disney World juice where it's, like, orange, passion fruit.
No, I remember.
Oh,
no
okay.
idea about that.
So at Disney World, they have this, like, fruit juice, right, that's named different things around at different resorts, but it's the exact same drink.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. There's like a cup you always get, and people love that juice.
It's really good. It's like orange, passion fruit, strawberry. It's really yummy. So they had that juice there, which was nice because you normally can't get it at Disneyland. So it was nice to have it. I really enjoyed it. It brought me back to Disney World. And then we had Waltz chili and the waffles.
Oh, you did get the Waltz chili.
yeah, I like the Waltz chili.
It was
good.
nice.
Yeah,
The very, very berry Mickey waffles. Is that what it was?
it was good.
It was a Mickey waffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a
If
blackberry.
you like waffles, it's good.
Yeah, if you like waffles and you like Disney, you'll enjoy it.
So was there something you wish you'd eaten there that you were like, I passed, but I should have, or I wish I did?
I think we were pretty.
Okay.
It was a little dry to me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we got that before.
We had planned. We had planned and made up like all the list of like the things we wanted to have.
Yeah, like we planned beforehand. Yeah.
You guys do a lot of walking to walk that food off before your next
Yeah.
day?
Yes.
I
Like, okay, we're gonna get this food, we're gonna walk around the entire park, and then we'll get our next one.
Well, and again, like, we both share, so it wasn't like we got... The only thing we got duplicates of the same thing were maybe the drinks, because it was a little bit warm in the afternoon, and we just needed a refresher.
and we only brought one water bottle, so probably should have brought
You're
2.
gonna work through that real quick.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of... We got food, we sat, relaxed,
Took some pictures.
And it was nice because during that time of just like sitting and relaxing, you just got to enjoy the beauty of the park, which I feel like you don't really see in California Adventure that much, and like all the little like design features.
Yeah,
And
they had a lot of flowers were blooming, like a lot of the trees were blossoming, and so it was just very colorful. It was very lovely weather too.
I thought it was a perfect like spring event to go to.
Oh yeah,
Oh, sounds
it was
good.
nice, beautiful weather, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so, that, everything being said, was the event worth it?
I think it depends on the family. For
On you.
us,
You
For us,
personally.
yes.
yes.
Yes, because even though the park is opening end of April, we wouldn't be able to go because we're out of state.
Right.
And so
You guys
we don't
have
know
your fake
when
California IDs. I know a guy.
I mean, but it's just like we don't know when we're actually going to get to go to the park again. And plus, it had been over a year since we've been.
And with the hint of how stressful it was to get tickets to this event alone,
Right.
who knows how it's going to be for Disneyland?
That's why I think they're leaving it to just the locals. We'll figure it out on the local group, and then when we're ready, we'll open it up to
They're gonna
everyone
keep
else.
coming no matter what.
Yes.
Right.
But I think it was a good one-time event.
So you won't do it again?
No, well,
Well, it's just like, I mean, like,
I don't think this event will ever happen again.
yeah.
Because they have their food and wine, which is like
Yeah.
fairly
That's
similar.
And again, they only set up this event because they didn't know when they were going to open up Disneyland for everything. And so,
And that was like another
And
bonus
they had all
of
those
going.
pepperoni or those pizza rolls. They're like, we gotta get rid of these things.
Right. So,
I think that was another bonus of going to this event, or what was appealing was like, this was an event that was probably never going to happen again.
So it's a
Right.
unique experience. Okay.
yeah. I mean, again, it's just like I'm glad we went the one time. Because once you went once, you pretty much did everything. The only thing that we didn't really do were like the actual like restaurants.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's just like those are going to be there when the park is open to us again. So
And it was interesting because there's like bloggers that I'll follow and social media people that I'll follow that'll go to this event multiple times. And since I've been to the event, my thought process is, why? There's not too much to do.
right.
Must do everything and share with everyone.
Because like we got towards the end of the night where we're like, we kind of could just go home and leave.
But we did stay the entire time.
We did.
Oh, Father Yodeler would be so proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Well, really what did it was just like we wanted to pick up like a few more things from one of the stores, and that took a little extra time.
And also, it was nice because we were in... It was a fun moment I've never experienced, but we were in Cars Land when the lights turned on.
Oh yeah.
Which they changed the music to, like...
Yes.
It was a different song than what we've been hearing all day, and so that was really fun and unique, and everyone's out in the streets and just, like, excited, and when they turn on the music, everyone's, like, screaming and happy.
It was
cool.
It was actually a very magical moment to see that.
But it was a nice event to go to because everyone there loves Disney and just wants to be in the environment. So everyone was just super nice and happy and supportive, and it's just a good vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
So 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
How many Mickey bars?
How many Mickey bars? I was gonna say, like, how many Mickey bars?
How many Mickey bars?
7.
7 out of no. Yeah, 7 out of
10.
10. Yeah, I would say 7.5. I enjoyed it.
I
more
think
than
the
you did,
food
probably.
could have been better. I've had
Yeah.
better food at Disney World at the food and wine event.
I like the little lingonberries and the fermented fish or the vinegar fish in Norway. So I was disappointed not to see that on the list.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed yourselves. Not that a lot of our listeners, by the time this episode comes out, will be able to get their ticket because they're already sold out.
They're all sold out.
They're getting ready to open up the park anyway.
That was another thing was I would see multiple times people that were in downtown Disney visiting there and shopping there asked to be like, oh, can I get tickets for this event, or how much is this event? And the cast members, I saw a pleasantly smile.
Have a
almost.
nice day.
I'm nope, sold out.
Sold out. Have a magical day.
So that was funny to watch.
Yeah.
So, one other point that I want to bring up, it's kind of off subject here with the touch of Disney, but one of our listeners wanted our viewpoint on some recent news that came out a couple weeks ago about a possible Disneyland expansion that Disney threw out there to the city of Phoenix.
City of Anaheim.
City of Anaheim, sorry. City of Phoenix.
What?
Phoenix is near Disney. No, sorry. Speaking of that.
Move over, castles and coasters. Disney's coming to town.
Yeah, no, sorry. City of Anaheim. What were some of your thoughts on this possible expansion to the Disneyland Resort?
And I think that people need to know about this proposal. This was a general proposal that Disney threw out there for the city of Anaheim and local businesses' input and feedback and response. And so it's not means it's gonna happen.
So that map that they showed you, that's not what it's actually going to look like when they get done with it.
Exactly.
It was kind of blurry. I was like,
It was.
Is there not a better picture of this online?
it
I was
was-
like, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
It was definitely left intentionally blurry and vague because as you read their descriptions, is we could put Zootopia and Tron and Peter Pan and Tangled and we could do this, we could do that. So you can definitely tell it was more of a pitch than an actual this is what we're planning.
I'm excited. I think it's great. I think Disneyland's trying to also compete with Universal with a new park coming over to Universal Florida, competing with Super Nintendo. So I think they're looking for new ideas or new ways to branch out and expand in the next 10 to 20 years.
Well, yeah, because Disneyland has always struggled with that.
They're locked.
They're landlocked. They're stuck, and so they're stuck trying to cram something in a small amount of space that they're not using. And so this is Disney's way of going, hey, we could do more if you allow us to do more over here on this side of things. So
Let's take that parking lot and turn it into...
that's it. Turn the parking lots, the hotel parking lots, into part of the theme park. So definitely one of the things I would throw out there for anyone that has read about it. Don't get too much of your hopes up. It's still subject for approval. City of Anaheim could still be you're not getting any of it, or what we do get will be a fraction of what they showed
some
off.
serious negotiations that are going to
And I think we'll get probably more details and more information on upcoming D23 events.
If that.
If they have one, I don't know.
You'd be like, look at this blurry image.
Upcoming in the future.
Yeah, I think you won't see anything for another 5 minutes or 5 years.
Yeah. So.
It's exciting.
No, I'm excited for it.
We want more.
Yeah, and especially since Disneyland is a lot closer than Disney World to us.
Yeah.
So, and my thought is, I just hope that they have a unique land there, one that's not like at the Florida parks or any of the other parks. I want something unique.
Oh, but that costs more money, Mark.
I know it costs
You don't,
money.
you don't
I'm
understand
just
how
saying,
They
the
just
perfect
raised
world.
my rates for Disney Plus.
you don't understand how Disney operates now. They're very much in the copy paste mode right now.
Yeah, I know, but I can hope. I can hope that's something new.
You're hoping for 90s, 80s Disney.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
can
you're
dream.
hoping for.
I can dream. That's what I was trying to tell you.
All right, well, I think that was a great discussion we had here about A Touch of Disney and a brief little snippet about the possible Disneyland expansion. I think Disneyland called it Disneyland Forward. So you can take a look on their website and look at their vague terms as to their plans for the area. But thanks again for listening. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Matterhorn Yodelers, as well as our Gmail account at matterhornyodelers@gmail.com. Thank you, and Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember, before your bobsled comes to a complete stop, to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember...
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.